Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In our movie review, we will be talking about the movie Life of Pi and the 4 morals values that we found from the movie. The movie is about a journey of Pi Patel and his tiger Richard Parker to save themselves ashore. After deciding to sell their zoo in India and move to Canada, Santosh and Geeta Patel bought a tractor with their sons, P. Patel and Ravi Patel, and a few remaining animals from the zoo. Tragedy strikes when a terrible storm sinks the ship, leaving the Patel's teenage son, P. Patel, as the only human survivor from a deadly tragedy. However, P is not alone. A fearsome Bengal tiger has also found refuge aboard the lifeboat. They struggle with each other before having to live life together. As they turn into weeks and weeks drag into months, P and the tiger must learn to trust each other if both are to survive.
And now, I want to tell about why the movie is interesting. Okay, first, for me, this movie is interesting because there are many moral can I learn. I like how Pai Patel tamed the tiger to live together on a boat that stranded at the ocean. At the same time, I can learn how to not give up in my life. An example, Pai Patel don't give up to get on with his life. After that, I can learn about manage some plan to keep survive in any place.
The movie inspired me is because the main character named P is a very resilient person and does not easily give up and continue in life even though his parent and his brother have died as a result of the ship they boarded sank to the bottom of the sea. The incident really touched my heart because of the high determination shown by P in rescuing himself to land alone despite having lost the most beloved person in his life.
In my opinion, this is truly remarkable film and there are many lessons to be learned from it. There are some things that make me interested in this film is the main character is Pisin Molitor Petal or called as Pai. The uniqueness of this main characters comes from his own name. His name was given by his grandfather, inspired by a fool in French when his grandfather visited that country. But because of that, his name is often ridiculed while at school because Pesi meant hunching in Indian, but he did not feel sad with the ridicule, instead show his talent. Pai was very good in math, even when primary school he solved university level math problems. Besides, the interesting thing in this film is the use of animals as side characters. This because Pai grew up in his father's zoo. Pai and his brother were smart in managing and interacting with animals because they often help their father when taking care of animals. But one day, they and their family had to sell the zoo because of the economic crisis in India at that time. Pai decided to move to Canada to start a new life there. They also brought all the animals for sale at the Canadian Zoo. Pai and his family bought a ship to their destination, but on the way the ship was hit by a strong storm which caused the ship to sink, and Pai was the only one who survived by boarding a small boat with a tiger. In this film shows how Pai with a tiger, or his name is Richard Parker, trying to survive while drifting in the Pacific Ocean. Various challenges they both experience such as hunger and thirst, hurricanes, arriving on a mysterious island and so on. And in the end, they both managed to safely reach the coast of Mexico after 227 days, drowned in ocean. After the event, Pai went on with his life as usual, getting married and having children and living happily. His story became a legend among sailors because he managed to navigate the vast ocean without proper preparation or experience, and it became a motivator so that we never give up in life no matter how hard we go.
The moral that I get from this movie is we should don't give up. Like the main character Pai Patel have high determination to survive in the ocean. He tried to tame carnivore like a tiger on a boat to live together with Richard Parker. He tried to survive on the ocean without food. And Islam teach us to pray for guidance. And for your information, God loves His servants, always pray to Him for help. And in Al-Quran, Allah said in Surah Al-Hijj, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال ومن يقنط من رحمة ربه إلا الضالون. And the meaning is, and who despair of the mercy of his Lord except for those astray. So that is a moral of Islam. Can I get it from this movie?
For Islamic morals, what I found based on the movie was religion is a mechanism in our life. Based on the movie, there was some scene where P has embraced several religions to find the truth in his life, while his father laughed at his gullible yet precocious interest. From that, we can see that religion is not a common thing. However, it is an essential thing that can provide guidance and examples that every human being on earth should follow. With religion can also avoid any division in society where it can encourage wars and intolerance among humans. This matter very much considers with the hadith narrated by Imam Muslim from Abu Hurairah. أخبرني سعيد بن مسيب عن أبي هريرة أنه كان يقول قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من مولود إلا يولد على فطرة فأبواه يهودانه وينصرانه ويمجسانه. This hadith explains that God has set the nature of a person to be religious. With religious belief also can prevent people from doing things that are harmful to themselves or other people.
Second, the moral value that I get from this movie Life of Pi is we should always have a plan and keep a journal. Like Pai Patel, he has to control food supply. He need to save food survive. He need to save food to survive with the tiger because the food supply stays low. And he tried to get food in any way to survive with a tiger. An example, Pai Patel make a small boat to get a fish for himself and for his tiger, Richard Parker. In this movie, you can see the determination of Pai Patel to live with the tiger and survive in the ocean. This moral value can be related to Surah Al-Anfal, verse 30, and أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ يمكر بك الذين كفروا ليثبتوك أو يقتلوك أو يخرجوك ويمكرون ويمكر الله والله خير الماكرين. And the meaning is, and remember, O Prophet, when the disbeliever conspired to capture, kill or exile you, they planned, but Allah also planned, and Allah is the best of planner. So from this sentence, from this verse, Surah Al-Anfal, verse 30, we can learn about we should have a plan in any situation.
Now, I want to tell the lesson we can learn from this film. That is how a person uses his mind to find the truth, how to be practiced to find God. We all know that one of human nature is to find something to worship. Matter creates this vast universe and even arranged it endlessly. He knows this universe will not be created by itself because it is impossible for something to exist by itself. By using his intellect, he will realize that there is a substance that governs this world, which is called God. In Quran, Allah said in Surah Al-Mu'minun, وَهُوَ الَّذِي يُحْيِي وَيُمِيتُ وَلَهُ اخْتِلَافُ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. He is the one give life and cause death, and he is the one arrange the alternative of night and day. Do you not understand? In this verse, Allah says how important thinking is in life. In this film, we can see Pai, from a very young age, began to learn, or can be said, to seek God, because in himself he want to find the truth about this life. What is the purpose of our life in this world? At first, Pai studied Hinduism because the majority Indian community is Hindu. He learned his religion from his aunt, while Pai parents did not have faith, but his parents does not hinder his action and even encourage him to continue to seek the meaning of truth. When Pai was 40, he went to a church and visit the Priest Martin. He asked about the religion and decided to convert to Christianity. And when he was 50, he met a Muslim baker named Mr. Kumar. One day, he saw Mr. Kumar and other Muslims performing congregational prayers. Pai was amazed because to him, Islam has different religious rituals from other religions and began to embrace Islam and perform prayers. So, Pai has embraced 3 religions at once because he believed in the religion he professed according to his heart, desire, and believing he had found what he had been looking for. This story is almost the same as the story of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam when he was also looking for God. The way Prophet Ibrahim sought God was by observing nature and thinking, is this God I was looking for? Allah told the story of Prophet Ibrahim in the Quran in Surah Al-An'am ayat 76 to 79. When he was looking at the sky at night and saw the star in the sky, then he said, is this my God? But in the morning, the star disappeared, and the Prophet Ibrahim said that it was not his God. The next day, he saw a big and beautiful full moon and said, this is my God. But when the moon disappeared, he also said, this is not my God. Then, when he saw the sun, he said, is this my God? It's greater. But after the sun set, he said, O my people, I am free from what you associate Allah with, Allah who created the heaven and the earth on the basis of monotheism, and I am not one of the people who associate Allah. We can learn that when a person sincerely uses his intellect to find the truth, Allah will lead us to the straight path, which is the religion of Islam. There is no religion in the sight of Allah other than Islam, a religion that monotheizes and only worship Allah. Then that is the true religion that calls us to goodness and abandoning evil.